All right, hello everybody. So I am just kind of trying to maneuver you in such a way that you can see. Um, Different angle as usual, but hold on, there's a crinkle. I just wanted to do some type of whip and chat right now. Not a very long one, maybe 15 or 20 minutes. Well, maybe more 20 minutes. Just to kind of work on this. I do also want to do a stitch with me video, like a whip and chat, but I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do the angle for that one because I'm having a hard time working the angle out. Sorry. I still have that dang lingering cough from the bronchitis, but what can you do, right? So, yeah, I just haven't quite figured out what angle I want to work with yet with the stitch along or stitch with me, whatever you guys want to call it. So I doubt there's going to be one up by the time this one goes up, but you know, I just haven't quite figured it out yet. I tried doing it last night and I just couldn't get the angle right, and I kept bumping the camera and I kept going out of frame and it was just really annoying. So what can we do? So right now it is 9:47 and I have a dentist appointment this morning at 11, so I'm just gonna stitch for a little bit. I thought about going to Hobby Lobby and then I was thinking, no, I just don't need to. And I think, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but I like to kind of have videos kind of lined up. At least like 3 or 4 videos lined up because I have a mat under here and that's what's making this. I have like one of those like working mats. This is actually an ink mat, but that's what this bump is. Yeah, I like to have several videos just because I never know when my husband's going to take extra days off of work. And when he is here, I don't record. And normally when he's here for at least a week. And so that's why I try to keep my videos kind of stacked. I'm trying to figure out what color I want to do. Just so that I have a couple of extra videos for when he's here. You know, that kind of thing. Am I missing a color? Because I cannot find the one that I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys. So, this is the heart of the tree again. I've been stitching a lot lately. And, I kind of think I'm going a little overboard with the stitching at this point because I have gotten a lot of patterns in and you guys will see, you know, everything, but I don't see myself like having finishes like that often. And so I'm trying to find like a healthy balance of ordering stuff and not ordering stuff. And to be completely honest, why is my sweater getting stuck? Oh no, I have tape here. Why is my sweater getting stuck? Darn it. I had to roll my sleeve up and I lost that drill. Okay. I had to roll my sleeve up because look what I did. Look at, no. And it's kind of coming off. Darn it. How did that happen? I guess it's because my sweater is super fuzzy and it's just going into the drill space. So I'm gonna have to come back to this with a pair of tweezers, cut some of it out. But anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying, but yeah. So, oh yeah, too much stitching. I have just been getting like all sorts of stitch stuff, and stitching is very, very time consuming. It's not as, diamond painting isn't as time consuming as cross stitch. I feel like I can complete a diamond painting much faster than a cross stitch. And I feel like when I start a craft, you guys know that I just learned to cross stitch. And when I start a craft, I literally go all freaking out. So I think I'm pretty set on cross stitch stuff. So you guys are probably going to start seeing a lot more WIP and chats, or like, yeah, stitch with me's and diamond paint with me type of videos. Oh, and crochets, because I really need to work on my son's blanket. And so this weekend I am going to put all of the stitching and all of the diamond painting away, and I'm going to dedicate this weekend to working on my son's blanket, because I made a goal to get that done before the year was over. More specifically, before Christmas is when I want to get that completed. So yeah, that's that. So let me backtrack a little bit. I already told you guys what I was working on. So first, you guys have been so amazing. We are so close to hitting 400 subscribers. Haven't quite hit it yet, but honestly, you guys, I see, I hadn't checked my subscriber count in a while. I think the last time I checked it, I was like at 200 and something. And when I checked it the other day, and I know I commented on this in another video, maybe by the time this goes up, we'll have already met it. I don't know. But I had, like I said, I hadn't checked it in a while, and all of a sudden I was at 380 or 375 or something like that. I was shocked. So thank you guys to all of the support. I try my best to respond to everybody's comments. But don't think that just because you get a heart that I like didn't like your comment or anything like that. Not that anybody's said anything about it, but I just want to let you guys know. Oftentimes when I see a comment, sometimes like YouTube doesn't send me the notification right away, and so I don't see comments usually until a couple of hours after they went up. For I don't know why. It doesn't notify me, and I've already checked all of my notifications, and yes, they're all on, but it doesn't, and sometimes they do pop up and it's like 5 hours later. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it just has a hard time keeping up, like in general. I don't know if that happens for everybody, but I do use the YouTube apps. I honestly don't even know how to use like the YouTube on the computer, as far as like, so I know how to like get in there and like change the description and stuff and add tags, but like reviewing comments and all of that kind of thing, I don't really know how to do it on the computer. It takes me like longer to do it on the computer because I don't really know where everything's at. So, there's that. But yeah, you guys have been amazing. I'm starting to recognize who the OGs are. You guys tend to comment on every single video, even if it's just a thanks for sharing, or happy to watch, something simple like that. You guys are amazing. You don't even have to comment that you watched the video, and you guys are, and I truly appreciate it. It makes my day. I've also seen that a lot of you guys are getting into cross stitch now. I've had several comments of people asking me like cross stitch questions. I've got a couple of people message me on Facebook and email me wanting to learn more about cross stitch. So I don't know if I'm going to have time to get to it this week, because today I actually do have homework that I want to get done, and I do want to do a little bit of house cleaning because my house cleaner is coming tomorrow, and I did tell her that I was going to have some of the stuff done because they usually come with 2 people, and tomorrow she's only coming with 1. And well, like by herself is what I mean. And so I told her, you know what, don't even worry about it. I will get these major things done, like cleaning the fridge and cleaning the stove, which I already did the stove, or the oven, I should say. So she's not going to have to do that, which is good because that takes, frees up 20 minutes of her time to do something else. So that's good. Why I messed up on these drills? They're all crooked. So, there's that. But yeah, I want to do kind of an intro to cross stitch. I am not a pro by any means. I do not know any specialty stitches other than like a full cross, a half cross, and like a couple of other things. I know the general idea of a French, is it called a French knot? A knot, whatever. I know the general idea of it, but I haven't actually done any yet. And I think I have a couple of patterns that do call for it. And so, you know, that'll be at some point as well. You know, I don't know if I talked about this or not, but I am so frustrated with my school. Apparently, they put a registration hold on your account if you don't go speak with your advisor. And I found that out late, and I was really frustrated with it because normally now registration, they break it down into like groups. At least at my school they do. And the way that it works is that like the first day of registration is open to juniors and senior, if I'm not mistaken. This is a general idea because I know there's several categories, but the first day is open to like veteran students, students with disabilities, and junior and senior honor roll students, which is called something else here. It's called scholar something. I don't want to give too much information out because I don't need like stalkers tracking me down at my school, but you know, and that is normally tomorrow, or I mean it is tomorrow, where those students can register tomorrow. And so, which by the time you guys see this video, it's already going to be done and passed, but they can register on the 14th, which is awesome. But it still kind of sucks because I would normally be able to register tomorrow, and I didn't go see my advisor this time because I didn't think I needed to. The last time that I saw him, we discussed all of my classes for a year, and we had everything written down. And, you know, granted, things do change depending on like what classes are available and stuff like that. And so, you know, I was like, well, I don't need to go because we already know what classes I need to take. And I had already, my school has this like schedule builder where you can go into your schedule and add your classes like a shopping cart, and you can reserve them there until registration for you, because everybody registers on a different day. So normally that day would be tomorrow for me, but I'm frustrated because I didn't go see him, and he put a hold on my account, and he's like, well, sorry, you can't register until you come and see me because we need to make sure that you're picking the right classes. And I was like, dude, you have access to my account. Like, it said, can't you go in there and see what I have? And he was like, no, you know, it doesn't work that way. Now, technically he could, and he could advise me via email, but they like to be picky and say, we really just need you to come in and do it in person. And so I'm just a little frustrated with that, but what can I do? You know, I understand that it's a process, so I'm kind of irritated that I couldn't register for my classes on my given day, because I would have been able to register before the majority of campus, which means that I am practically guaranteed my spots in the classes that I wanted. And so now I have to wait until Monday to put myself in those classes, and it frustrates me because I'm nervous that I'm not going to get the classes that I want and need. I have to take another research class, which I'm also frustrated with because I freaking hate this research class. Now, granted, I honestly think it's just the teacher. Not that I dislike the teacher. He's a really cool, laid back kind of person. But it's just the method of instruction that I am not really for. and I think I've talked about this in another video before, but he doesn't really teach. And it, you know, it's kind of frustrating because we spend the class time working on like experiments, research experiments. So it's not like, you know, we're not like working with chemicals or anything because it's a psychology class, but it's, you know, it's a lot of paperwork and it's a lot of PowerPoints and things like that. But we still have a book that we have to learn out of, and we still have exams that he gives us based off of the book. And we have to do all of that outside of class. And so I am so frustrated with it. And I didn't realize, for some reason, I skipped over that tiny section on my paperwork that said I needed the second research class. And so I was talking to one of the girls in my group, and she's like, yeah, we need to take this class together next semester so that we can all help each other out again, because, you know, we all work together and we all keep each other's grades up. And so I was like, wait, what? Like, we need another fucking class? And sure as shit, we do. So what the hell am I going to do? You know, I have to take it. I can't avoid it. And it just, you know, whatever. So what can I do? I just hope that when I get to actually register on Monday, that I will be able to get into the classes that I want, you know? Whoa, did you guys see that? Dang, I think I only lost one, fell out. Yeah. So, oh well. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't purchased any diamond paintings in a while. And that's because I don't know if I talked about this before. I feel like I might have mentioned it in a video, but I just have a lot of diamond paintings already, and I feel like I'm at that point where I don't want to be getting diamond paintings just to get diamond paintings and just to have like unboxings for you guys, because it's a painting that is, especially if I'm not like feeling the painting, I'm not gonna want to do it. And it kind of defeats the purpose of having the painting and then just taking up space. Not only that, but I keep a copy of every canvas on, or not on, but every canvas that, I'm sorry if I'm clearing my throat a lot. It just, I have like a pick in my throat and I'm trying not to cough. So I keep a canvas, one canvas of every Mystical Diamond Art one that we release. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. So every canvas that I've ever released, I have one. Even if it's a discontinued canvas, I still have one. And my goal is at some point, you know, to have worked on all of them. And not only that, but showcase them here on the site, or I mean on this channel, so you guys can see them. Especially like ones that are popular. Like you guys saw me working on Paradise Cove. What else? And I will do like a post review at some point of that. I still haven't finished it. I still have the houses to do, and that's it. But I put it aside because I knew I was starting this one with Mindy. And honestly, I'm at the point where because I started cross stitching and I cross stitch so much now that I honestly can only just work on one diamond painting at a time, because that's just what I have the time for, because I've been spending so much time stitching. And you know, I don't want to be like working on a different project every day. Like I'll do diamond painting for a couple of hours a week, and then I'll do stitching for a couple of hours a week. And stitching, I feel like I get more stitching done because I do it in the car. I have a travel piece that I take with me, and I spend a lot of time in the car, you know, picking my kids up from school and waiting for them and that kind of thing. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, I probably won't be having any more diamond painting unboxings for a while, just because I honestly don't feel like I need any more diamond paintings. I have so many from Mystical Diamond Art that I want to showcase, and I don't feel like I need to be purchasing any. You know, it is what it is. And not only that, but diamond art clubs are so expensive that I can't justify buying them anymore just for them to sit for who knows how long. At this point, I feel like I've already have the ones that they have released, more specifically like the Mandy Manzano princesses. I have the couple that I got, and I don't see ever wanting to get more, and I honestly don't even think they're going to carry them anymore. The only way that I would purchase Diamond Art Club again at this point and for the foreseeable future is if they released any of the superhero ones from Mandy Manzano that she has, because in the way that she has the princess ones, she also has Iron Man and Loki and Thor, and they're a freaking amazing. And I have tried emailing her to see if I could purchase, how to purchase like the image for personal use to make as a custom for myself to have, and I never got a response from her. I sent an email and I didn't get a response, but I also didn't get like a confirmation email from her website saying that like, oh, thanks for your email or whatever, like a lot of places do. And so I sent her a message on Instagram, and again, no response. And you know, whatever, it is what it is, but it would have been a custom. And because Mandy Manzano is an American artist and she works with Diamond Art Club, I don't know. I know a lot of people do customs of artwork, and I just don't feel comfortable doing a custom of her artwork without having purchased some kind of right to the image first. And so I haven't even messed with that. You know, I don't want to make a big deal. And I just feel like because I sell diamond paintings on my website, I kind of feel like it's a conflict of interest if I don't work something out with her. And I don't want it to become something that it shouldn't be. So there's that. You know, honestly, that's the only way I see myself purchasing Diamond Art Club right now. You know, it is what it is. But we shall see. We shall see. I don't know. I have a lot of diamond paintings. I think Diamond Art Club, I have about 20 of them. And then I think I've got about 7 or so kits from AliExpress. Every single one of them has been unboxed on the channel, at least as far as I can think of. And, you know, there's even more that I haven't shown on the channel, like paintings that I got from samples from companies that I was doing like testing product for. So there's that too. You know, it is what it is. Oh my gosh, you guys, my feet are so cold. I don't even know how cold it is in here, but it's kind of chilly. It's been getting down into the 30s at night, and I have not turned my heater on yet. We did use the fireplaces last night for the first time. We do have like fake, you know, the gas fireplaces. We do have one in the living room, and then we have one in my bedroom. And I did turn on the one in my room last night. And, you know, the kids don't have any in their rooms, but my kids sleep with so many blankets. And my girls, honestly, it doesn't matter how cold it is, they are still going to kick their blankets off. And I don't know if it's because they're just used to the cold, because my daughter, we moved to Colorado when she was 1, and then my other daughter was born in Colorado. And so they're kind of like not affected by the cold weather as much as other people who live in this town are because of that. And so I feel like it's just, they really don't care. Like my 7-year-old could honestly wear shorts all year round if I let her, because she just prefers shorts. And you know, like right now she's just like, Mom, it's not even that cold, I don't need a coat, like I'm just taking a sweater like, don't worry about it. And it's not like she gets sick because of it or anything, but I think they just have like a better adaptation to cold because they spent like all their infancy and toddlerhood in mountainous snow. Does that make sense? I miss Colorado a lot. It's beautiful there. It's my kind of weather. Oops, sorry guys, I bumped ya. I really love being in the snow or just being in cooler weather, to be completely honest. And I would love to, I don't know if I'd want to move back over there, but I wouldn't mind. Like, it wouldn't be the worst thing, to be completely honest, you know? But I don't see it happening. You know, my son, he's 14 now, and we've spent so much time moving when he was in elementary school, and he, you know, I just don't see trying to make a move like that anytime soon or in the near future, even the foreseeable future, to be honest, because I don't want him to move. I want him to stay in the school system that he's in. He's going to hit high school next year, and he's had such a hard time academically because, I don't know if I mentioned this, but he was recently diagnosed a couple of months ago with ADHD. And he's not like bouncing off the walls, acting crazy or anything, but he does have a lot of repetitive, irritating behavior, like constantly tapping his hands on the desk or hitting his pencil against the desk or constantly humming and being distracting to other students, and he can't sit still kind of thing. You know, he'll get up and walk around in the middle of class while the teacher's giving a lecture and start like walking around. You know, so it took me years to get a diagnosis for him, and we got it, and, you know, now I'm trying to work with the school to figure out, like, they want to do some kind of accommodation for him because he's constantly getting in trouble, and when a student is normal and he doesn't have some type of plan in place and he gets in trouble, they basically get written up, you know, for that. And at that point, I'm trying to make sure that you guys are still on screen while I'm moving. And so they're figuring something out for him so that when he is having these kind of problem behaviors, it's just not going straight to a write-up. So I think I'm going to call a school today because I haven't heard from the teacher in over a week, and I kind of want to get some update on that and see, because I had to get some paperwork signed from the psychologist that diagnosed him. And, you know, I'm sure you guys have a general understanding of that kind of thing. So, yeah, I just really like to stay here. At some point, I feel like much later in the future, I would love to have like an apartment somewhere in another city. Because my husband and I do like to travel. We used to have a timeshare in Las Vegas, but we sold it. It was honestly like, what was it? It was like a couple of days every other year, or like a week or something. I can't remember what it was. And, you know, we did it for 2 years. We did it the first time, and then we did it again 2 years later. And it was very inexpensive to begin with. Like, you still have to make a monthly payment, that's like the sucky part, because you can't just like go whenever you want. And, you know, considering the price, it was relatively inexpensive. And, you know, we just decided like, this isn't like, you know, we're just going to stop. Now, Vegas, I'm not a huge fan of Vegas. My husband is. You know, we have fun, don't get me wrong, but I hate gambling. I don't like gambling. I don't mind shopping when I have the time to shop and I'm not on a time crunch, and particularly like don't have the children, because children complain about everything, you know? And so, you know, we don't have that anymore, but I would love to maybe have like an apartment in Chicago. Oh my gosh, you guys. First of all, we are huge Cubs fans. My My husband's been a Cubs fan since he was a little boy, and I have loved baseball for as long as I can remember. I loved it as a kid. Loved when we got to play baseball in gym. I never got to play like Little League or anything like that because my mom, I grew up in a single parent household, and my mom just didn't have the flexibility to like help me maintain a sport because it is a lot of work, you know, and they're expensive on top of that. So, you know, I never got to play baseball, but I followed it a lot. And then as I got older, my mom always had me in all sorts of programs because she worked, programs that she could maybe like take me to on her way to work, or something that like a neighbor was doing that they could take me with them or something like that. And so when I was in middle school, I got put into the DARE program, and we went to a ton of baseball games. At this time, we were living in Arizona, and so, you know, obviously Arizona has the Diamondbacks, and we would go to Diamondbacks games all the time. I think a lot of them were preseason games, and then the program ended up like going, it was supposed to be like a summer program, but then it ended up going like into the school year, and we would still do trips. And so yeah, I saw a lot of Diamondbacks games, and wasn't like a Diamondbacks fan, but because I went to so many games, like I just knew like all the players, and at that time we got to meet some of the players. This was when that pitcher Kim used to pitch. I think he was the pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. That's like how long ago it was. And, you know, it was so much fun. And I just loved baseball in general. And so, you know, as I got older, I had kids really young, and I never really followed like any particular sport until my husband now. I don't do football. I hate football. My husband now, obviously he's a hardcore football fan, but he also really likes baseball, and he watches the Chicago Cubs. And the first couple of years of our marriage, like I didn't really know how much he was into baseball. He would just say like, oh yeah, I like the Cubs, but he never really watched it like at home. Like he wouldn't be like, oh, I gotta watch the game, and he was like that with football. So I never realized how into baseball he was until like years into our marriage. And that's because everybody knows the history of the Cubs. And that's why, because they were, you know, not the best. And so he was never like inclined to be like, we got to watch the game, the Cubs are playing. Just because they never had like a fantastic outcome for many, many, many years. Well, the year that I noticed that he started really liking them was a year that they came so close to they made it to the playoffs. And I guess they hadn't made it to the playoffs in a very long time. And, you know, the next year is the year that they won the World Series. And so the year before that is when I started really following the Cubs because it was on. I had always liked baseball. My husband was like, I never knew that you liked baseball. Baseball is the only sport that I will watch on TV. It's the only sport that I feel inclined to want to go to a game. Oh my gosh, I keep doing that. I've been to a ton of Cubs. Well, I've been to a ton of baseball games in general, but we've been to a bunch of Cubs games as well. I've never been to a football game. My husband's been to a ton of football games, and he doesn't even invite me anymore because he knows that I just don't give a shit. So, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, but anyway, that would be like the most benefit from getting an apartment in Chicago. I'm talking like years out, you guys, like 10, 15 years maybe, you know, when my kids are all, hopefully all the older kids are still not getting support from home, you know, because we do still help out my husband's older kids who are 19 and 22, but, you know, we do still help them financially. So, you know, hopefully they're done and out of the house and doing their own thing, and hopefully my son is also doing his own thing, you know, and in 10 years my daughters will be, let's see, 15 going on 16 and 17 going on 18. So, you know, because their birthdays are actually next month. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, this video is 35 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up because I do need to get ready to go. It is, yeah, 12:20. Actually, no. 10:20. I need to go brush my teeth again. I did already floss, but I wanted to drink some more coffee, so I didn't want to brush so early. Well, I mean, I brushed them this morning when I take the kids to school, and then want to do it again because I don't want to go over there with like coffee breath and stuff. So gonna brush again. Did some pretty good damage with this color. I didn't think I was gonna get as far because it was quite a bit of it, but I did get all of the one on this side all the way over here to here. And we are running out of the blue, you guys. I know I was telling Mindy that I was getting tired of the blue, but honestly, I'm kind of getting nervous about it because this confetti up here, yeah, this is going to take me, oh, you guys can't even see. This is going to take me a bit. Hopefully I can, wow, yeah, push through it and then come back up into the color blocking. But even the blue up here is kind of like, eh. Yeah, but the green up here starts color blocking a bit, so it won't be too bad. And the blue, I don't know. It's hard to believe that there are 35 freaking colors in here, and I think it's because of this section here. Yeah. But anyway, all right, you guys, that's going to be it for this. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I wasn't too rambly. You guys enjoy my stories. I have no idea. If you guys have any video ideas, let me know. I do plan on doing a like an intro to cross stitch because I have a lot of people asking me some basic questions like how you do it, how you start, how you end, that type of thing. So yeah, I'm going to try to do one of those videos soon. And that's it, you guys. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.